Hello, everybody. My name is Calvin Hexter,
I'm Korey Fenz.
and we're excited to go ahead and share what's been happening in the real estate market for July.
Whoa, Calvin, hold on. Before we get started, I gotta tell you something. I've been working with this buyer client. He's a truck driver, right? He's been a real pain lately. You know what? Every place we look at, they've had short hallways, but he's really desperate to find some long hallways. Get it?
It was good. Long haul. That's good. That's a very good one. You got me on that.
Horrible,
That was a
horrible.
great joke. Thank you for starting this off. And for everybody else, if you have some cool real estate jokes, always happy to hear them. And we are going to let you know what is happening with July real estate for the Edmonton area. Korey, I'm going to start you off with a story.
Sure.
And it's going to show you exactly what's happening in today's market. I've been dealing with this seller for over a year. This time last year, we listed their property. It is a single family detached home with a garage suite. We listed it last year at $609,000. The price seemed relatively competitive. We were optimistic that we were going to get an offer. We had only 3 showings in the span of a month and a half. We were very surprised on the lack of interest. No showing gave us an offer, so we decided to pull the property off the market and relist the following year. This year, we listed about a month ago. We listed at $599,000. We listed $10,000 less than last year, but our strategy was a little bit different. We know that when we price a property under a $100,000 increment, not only is the visibility that much more increased, it also offers the opportunity of a multiple offer. And if you drive a multiple offer situation, the end value can be considerably higher because instead of working with buyers and logic, you're now dealing with buyers and emotion, and that can push it way up. This year, we listed at $599,000, and I can tell you that my seller was really happy. We sold at $649,000 this year, $50,000 higher than list, and roughly $40,000 higher than what we listed at last year with no activity. So if you want to know how busy the market is, there's a quick little glimpse for you. Let's go ahead and jump straight into the stats here. You ready, Korey?
You betcha. Let's do it.
All right, Korey, why don't you go through and let everybody know what is happening with selling prices? Let's go through each asset.
Yeah, I mean, year over year, 7.7% increase in selling price, which is great to see on average. Yeah, detached is about 10%, which is great to see. So yeah, if you bought your place, well, here, let's do some math, Calvin. You're always good with quick math. What would 10% be on average?
So if you bought a house last year at $400,000, which is slightly below the average sale price of Edmonton, this year would be worth $435,000 to $38,000, which is a pretty substantial increase in value.
100%. Yeah, moving on, semi-detached year over year, 7.4, slightly less. Row townhouses year over year on average, 10.6%. And last but not least, we have apartments and condos, which makes sense. Year over year, about 4.9% difference. So in terms of new listings and sales, we have just under about 2 months of listings. So yeah, Calvin, anything else to touch on?
Yeah, and when Korey says 2 months of listings, the 2 months of inventory is how long it would take that if there was no new listings that came up, how long it would take for all the listings to be wiped out and us to have 0. So if we did not restock our shelves, we would have 0 listings after 2 months. But don't worry, we have lots of new listings hitting the market. I think our team alone has about 20 set up for August. We're trying to help with the demand. We're trying to give back to a good cause, of course. Other things that we're noticing as well is that the average days on market, if you look here at the bottom, is considerably less than last year. 12 days less than last year. That's a lot. That is a lot. Properties are selling faster, much faster. Now, Korey, you got a buyer story for us? I know I started this off and you kind of caught me off guard with your joke, and then I gave you my seller story of what recently happened, and they're ecstatic. Do you have any buyer stories that you can help everybody with to help understand what's happening right now in the market?
Yeah, I mean, I can think of one. I mean, yeah, kind of to touch on your story too, right? Like seller confidence is high right now. There's a lot of buyers in the market. Typically, they're not really willing to work with offers that are much lower than list price, especially right off the bat. working with a buyer. Day one, it was on the market. We moved forward with an offer at, I think, 95% of list price, which, wasn't hopeful at first, but I did suggest to my buyer, hey, let's include a letter with the offer. I mean, it's not going to do any harm. If anything, it's going to help. So we submitted a letter, just a little brief write-up about my buyer, why she's interested in the area, why she's interested in the building. I received an update from the listing agent that the seller didn't even want to counter our offer. They were happy based on the letter that we provided with them. They want to work with us. So definitely a big win for us. So
Fantastic. There you go. It's the small little touches that can make a difference. And sometimes writing a letter, sending a video can definitely make the difference. Make the difference. What do you have to lose? I mean, look at it. What do you have to win? And in this case, you got yourself a property. So thank you everybody for joining us. That is our July market update for the Edmonton area. I'm Calvin Hexter.
I'm Korey Fenz.
We'll see you next month.
Take
See you
care.
guys.